everyone, it is me again. This time I'm going to record episode 29 of my Total Immersion Racing gameplay, and this time I'm gonna do the Bentley Single Brand Cup Challenge or whatever, and this time it's gonna be 4 races at Monza, Silverstone, Hockenheim and Sebring. Everything is 3 laps long, and this car is gonna be, well, a much different car to drive, because it's a close prototype and it makes kind of a difference in this game. It doesn't drive the exact same way that the Roadsters, and it also is much faster than anything I've been driven before. I mean, the BMW, the Dome, all that were much slower than this. So yeah, first of all I'm gonna just change the gear ratio because, well, I guess it's gonna be different. Yeah, I think it's, well, maybe one more, yeah, 3 times. Yeah, I think it's gonna be that my main change, and then if the car doesn't drive perfectly around, I'll try to change a couple more things, but you know, so far so good, I guess.
The race is on!
The car sounds much more different. It sounds kind of weird. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to see if the balance is alright on Monza. In this game, it's kind of hard to overtake on the Curva Grande, just because you know how. I mean, the car feels kind of glued to a racing line. I think you can see it clearly from the video alone. So yeah, going wide, the car doesn't really understand you have to go wide. So yeah, the Bentley SP8, just you know, the evolution of the Audi R8C of the 1999 Le Mans 24 Hours. Audi presented 2 concepts, the R8R, R for Roadster, which then evolved into the Audi R8, the Le Mans car, not the road car, obviously. And then it was the Audi R8C, C for Coupe, which then evolved, that was prepared by Audi United Kingdom. The R8R was prepared by Audi Germany. So yeah, well, both presented their prototypes. So no, somebody spawned on the chicane on the Rettifilio, in the Variante del Rettifilio. Sorry. So yeah, Audi Germany and Audi United Kingdom presented different prototypes with different engines and, well, pretty much different everything. I mean, they were not that similar. In performance, they were not that far away from each other, but the Roadster, the German car, was much more reliable than the British car, than the British coupe. So yeah, in the end, well, the British coupe was dropped for a while, while the German Roadster then became, well, the machine that dominated Le Mans for like 7 years. So yeah, I mean, we know the history. And well, about the Bentley, I mean, it's kind of weird of a car. Bentley was bought by the Volkswagen Group. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Whatever. So yeah, I mean, Bentley was bought by Volkswagen, or maybe it was Audi, I'm not really sure. So yeah, one of the 2 German companies bought Bentley, because Bentley was going bankrupt. I mean, Bentley would have disappeared. I mean, they were not producing many cars, and, well, I mean, the numbers weren't exactly there, so yeah, I mean, they were kind of close to go bankrupt. And then along came one of the German companies. I mean, now I do not remember for some reason. I used to remember. And well, it then became well a question of of let's revive Bentley, because Bentley has a prestige, Bentley has something, Bentley has its own market, because Rolls-Royce was also pretty fucked at the time. BMW bought Rolls-Royce. So yeah, I mean both BMW bought Rolls-Royce, Audi and Volkswagen bought Bentley, and then since Bentley also has a racing heritage, they won Le Mans back in the early days. I mean the 1920s, I think it was. 1920s maybe? Yeah, I think it was in the 1920s. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I mean, since they had won Le Mans, I mean, somebody, after dropping the R8C, they thought it was a good idea to revive the concept of Bentley racing Le Mans, even though it was entirely an Audi. I mean, the engine was not the exact same from the Audi, but it was also developed by Audi. So yeah, it was essentially an Audi. And they had to try for quite a lot of years. I mean, if I remember well, I mean, they even had special regulations because it was a closed prototype. I think the tank was big. I think it was. Yeah, I think the tank, the amount of fuel they could carry, I mean, was a bit bigger over the Audi. But that wasn't much of a help. And I think that in the end, I think it was back in 2004 or so, when Audi supposedly dropped from Le Mans, that they finally won. I mean, Audi was still heavily involved in Le Mans, but yeah, I mean, Audi Germany wasn't competing. I mean, they were just using old versions of the car that were still faster than anybody else. The car is kind of beautiful. It's one of the cars I like more for the looks than for the performance or the concept. Oh my lord, somebody spun. Yeah, somebody completely spun. The car in this game is extremely good, especially for handling. Engine, I don't feel like it's so good. But for example, here in Silverstone, and it's behaving 5 stars so far. Even if I did that, that's because I was full throttle over there. I mean, the car just feels alright. I mean, I'm not having to battle against the car much, if at all. It's kind of unstable under braking, kind of unstable. It's kind of unstable under braking, but yeah, overall it's really good. And it's that good. Fastest lap record, and I had a bunch of mistakes on this lap. That was a really good pass around Copsey. Fuck, I completely cut the turn. Okay, that was a mistake. Not the best entrance to the hangar straight. What the fuck is wrong with me at times? I mean, it's not all the time, but yeah, sometimes I'm like, just let's fuck everything about racing. And yeah, I mean, just look at this. I mean, you can also ride the inside with the car. I mean, you just have to leave a bit on the entrance of the turn, and you have it. Fuck! I think I'm losing my attacking points. The moment I have to turn and I have to brake, to make the turn. Also, this car at low speed is not that big of a deal. Kinda understeer on low speed corners, and on the complex there are a couple of them. So yeah,
This is it.
not the best deal. Leading by 7 seconds, holy shit. Much better entrance to Hangar Straight. There goes the time. I'm driving. I like how it drives. So far, I like it now. I like it out. But come on, let's get on the inside of it. No. Not all on the inside, but you know, a bit. Yeah, that was a mistake. I mean, the car has so much traction. I cannot use the power to tie the racing line. For example, in the dome I was using it. You know, just using the gas to get the racing line much tighter than on the entrance. But I cannot do that with this car. I mean, it has so much traction. The car just keeps gripping. It grips and grips and grips but doesn't, and never lets go. And well, I cannot close it down. But yeah, I mean, 130, 155, that's incredible. I mean, that 2707, that's a really good sector time. I like it. So far I'm liking it lots and lots and lots. I mean, it's kind of simple. I mean, it's not really complex and really hard to drive. I mean, I'm driving it pretty much straight away. I mean, well, let's see. I mean, I haven't made much changes, if at all. But you know, it's really nice to drive around. Next up, I think it's Hockenheim, and if it is Hockenheim, yes it is, I'm gonna change the GR radio because so far I've been cutting away a bit too early at like 205 miles, and I need the extra 10 miles from here, and I hope I can get at least, I mean, if not 10 miles, at least 8 miles. Get to 214 or more or less. That would be nice. Okay, that was a complete mistake by me. So yeah, the car has some acceleration, that's for sure. Why there's people braking on here? Okay, that was a glitch. I mean, I did all that because they were not letting me by. I mean, there was a roadblock and it didn't make sense. It wasn't like this. I mean, here they are battling. There they were following each other. Hey, stop pushing me. Stop dragging me around. Miles an hour again? Yes, it is. Can I hit 200 miles an hour for a fourth time in a lap? I think I can. Oh, so close, 195. And I overshot the corner, so yeah, it doesn't matter. The low speed problems on this car are going to be really costly in this part. slide out didn't make sense. Okay, so people break down to follow me for some reason. Okay, guys. The car is kinda silent, considering what kind of car it is. Here I am driving on first person. The fact that it's not a seat on the center makes me unable to drive it. I mean, I was trying to drive it, I mean, for real. But there's also no way, since I'm not sit on the center. It's one of the things I need about you know, onboard cams in video games. I need to be sitting on the center, or really close to the center. I cannot be sitting on the side. That completely breaks my concentration and, well, fucks it up completely. I mean, it's one of the things about my mind.
Here's the final lap of the race.
Fuck! But I slow down. I don't even know what the fuck happened there. Okay, let's feel the speed through the onboard cam. The game feels much more realistic from the onboard cam. I guess that the chase cam doesn't really make justice to this game. Okay, don't go wide. And I completely lost my concentration, and I'm not even caring right now. And I should be caring. Okay, let's get to the slipstream again, and let's pass at least one guy or two. Because I'm not gonna get the bonus point, since I'm driving like crap. I shouldn't. Okay, the sound is all fucked right now, I'm just hearing the turbo. So, by the way, this car has a turbocharged engine. What the fuck? I'm entering turns so badly. I'm gonna try to overtake third by doing that, by essentially wrecking him and then pushing him onto the grass. Grass that feels like glue. We finished side by side. I think that the difference was less than a tenth of a second. And it was much less than a tenth of a second. What the fuck ever, I'm leading by 8 points. I only need to finish 5th. Sorry, 4th. Or 5th and a bonus point. Whatever. What the fuck ever. And I think it's gonna be Sebring for the final, or maybe Hockenheim. No, just guessing. I don't even know if Bentley raced Sebring. I guess so, but you know, I don't have anything on my mind that tells me Bentley raced Sebring. I mean, it's just a matter of guessing.
Now we're racing.
Okay, that's completely unnecessary, guy. yeah, the low speed corners are terribly fucking me over in this car. I do not really know what the fuck should I do. Man, so many errors and mistakes and bloopers and everything. Fuck it, I just want to finish fourth. So much understeering. I don't know, I just went from having everything alright on everything alright on Monza, mostly everything alright on Silverstone, to just being unable to drive this car. It's a problem about when you realize at the moment a car is not that good. When you have that weakness in mind, you're gonna drive. That's my problem. Right now I cannot drive because I'm essentially thinking about how stupidly bad this car is when it comes to the understeer.
You set the pace with the fastest lap of the race.
Also, this car, I mean, the understeering cars are not my thing. Well, I've driven lots of front-wheel drive cars, but the kind of understeer this car has, it's not my kind of deal, because I like to exit turns the fast way around. You know, I usually even slide out of the turns, because of how fast I want to go out of them. But you know, this car having that kind of understeer makes me unable to do so, and well, it's really odd and really annoying. I just cannot drive like this. It's too weird. For example, the dome didn't have as much power, but the handling was, you know, better. And at least it didn't have weak points. For example, with the dome, I was hitting back there on the apex of the big turn, on the last turn. I was hitting the apex at like 100 miles an hour, and then I could stay on the gas without problems. Here I have to go down to like 90, and then I can go faster. But before everything, I have to stop the car and stop it much more than the dome. So yeah, I mean, it's really weird. Same for here. And here I have to go slowly around and then crash out. Because that's always my thing. And it's not, I mean, I do not like how it drives. I mean, the turns at Silverstone really favor it. You know, Max Beckson, Shuttle and all that. I mean, that really helps it. But you know, or maybe the hangar turn is also really good for this kind of car. But you know, once you get out of those turns, that kind of turn, this car really shows its weaknesses. And it's really, really annoying to drive. I mean, that's how I have to do the turns. really slow in the apex and then accelerate out.
Great drive.
And I do not like
You
that.
won the race.
I mean, that's the Gran Turismo way of driving, and I hate it so much. I mean, I want to carry speed throughout the turn. I really want to. And if I cannot, it really pisses me off. I mean, because it's really annoying for me. I don't know, just me, maybe I'm really weird, I don't know. So yeah, I won the Bentley. I think I did the Monza lap record. I think it was only Monza. And Silverstone also. You had very good at passing slower cars. There are going to be a lot in the way. What the hell? I don't know. Traffic Challenge Cup next up. 6 races. 18 laps overall. So yeah, quite a long episode. So yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.